stay with me in Zoom and take a look at this picture. What kind of building do you think it is? What's that?
Some type of museum.
Any other ideas?
Maybe some musical building, like philharmonic, opera.
Great idea, but actually, it's a parliament in Brazil.
I hope they're listening to music there.
So actually, they debate, there about a lot of things. So tell me, when was the last time you actually discussed something with someone and you had different opinions, like you disagreed with someone? When was it? What did you talk about?
The last month, I'm arguing with my family members and my boyfriend because of my sister moving to me in Canada, and I struggle with that every day.
Oh no, so sorry to hear that.
Yep.
And Katya?
I suppose my last discussion was about the TV serials, and we were talking about the situation in which the main characters are there. And I took one side and my husband took the other side, and we just were not arguing, but discussing.
I see. Wow. Seems like it was an interesting story. And tell me, do you ever disagree with your colleagues at work? Or clients or colleagues?
I do, but I try not to show it.
All right, Nadia, what about you?
Yeah, I'm disagree. I disagreed a lot of times. In my previous job, I have different clients, different clients and projects in web design. And I remember I was working on one client, and he had strange ideas which I didn't understand, and I tried to persuade him, but he didn't understand me, and I just done as he asked me, and that's it.
Oh, that's a great idea. But let's actually review what phrases do we use when we agree, disagree, or when we are not sure about our answers. Do we need to be polite?
Yes.
Sometimes.
Okay. So, any ideas? What can we say instead of I agree?
Totally.
I'm positive.
Certainly.
Katerina, well done. Positive.
Okay.
But is it formal or informal?
Informal.
Okay, anything else? All right, next one, disagree.
I'm not sure.
Okay, maybe we can put it here.
Okay.
I
don't disagree. I don't think it's a good idea.
Great.
That's it.
Yeah.
Let's try it next time. We can about disagree.
All right. So what do you think we're gonna do today?
Learn new vocabulary and discuss something.
Yep. So your task will be to match those phrases with categories. I'm a huge fan of the idea.
Agree.
You have a minute to do this task individually on Mira. Katya, your is the first one.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Galina. We are doing task 2. Group the phrases.
In Miro, yes.
Compare your answers.
Hello.
Halina, have you done?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay. In agree, I have only 2. I'm a huge fan of idea and I'm totally in favor of it.
Yeah, I have the same, but I also have it's not without problem, but on the whole, I like it.
I have the same. I also have this, like Halina.
This item in agree. So in the 50-50, I don't really know where I stand. I'm in favor. I just have some slight reservations. I can pass judgment. I don't know enough about it. And it's a good idea in theory, just not in practice. But maybe it's also to disagree. I have a lot in disagree.
And
I have a lot
think
in 50-50.
if it's okay in principle, I just think it's unworkable. Is it to 50-50?
It's ok in principle. I just think it's unworkable. I think it's also can be in 50-50 and disagree because yeah, maybe it's even better in 50-50.
Yeah, because in the first part we agreed and second part we disagreed.
Yeah.
Disagree, yes. Something like this. So maybe it's better. And what do you
And
have in disagree?
I'm totally against it.
Yeah, and I'm completely opposite to it.
And I have major doubt. Yes, about it.
And I think the negatives far overweight the positives.
Yeah, I have the same, also in disagree. Negatives far overweight the positives.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
All right. So now let's check together. I agree. What do we use?
I'm huge fan of idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's not without problems, but on the whole, I like it.
Mm-hmm. What else?
I'm totally in favor of it.
Mm-hmm. And one more.
One more?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it can be, it's okay in principle, I just think it's unworkable.
In what other sentence he says that he's in favor?
I'm in favor, I just have some slight reservations.
Mm-hmm.
Reservations, it's about some book meetings.
Yeah, so actually, reservations, yeah, it's about booking. But in our case, when we say, oh, I'm not sure, I have some slight reservations, like, do you show that you book something or that you're not sure about it?
Not sure.
Yeah, so the synonym for reservations is doubts.
Doubt.
Let's actually group them. What will be the pair for I'm a huge fan of the idea? What phrase from this will have the same meaning?
I'm totally in favor of it.
Excellent. And for the second one?
I'm in favor, I just have some slight reservations.
Excellent. Next one, 50-50.
I don't
I
really
don't
know
know
where I
if
stand.
I can't pass judgment. I don't know enough about it.
And past judgments, it's like I can't express my opinion on this point.
And it's okay
It's
in principle. I just think it's unworkable.
What else? We have one more.
One more.
yes.
It's okay in principle, but I just think it's unworkable.
It's a
Yeah.
good idea in theory, just not in practice.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's a good idea also having 50-50.
Let's match the synonyms. I don't really know where I stand. Will be.
I can pass judgment.
Good. And it's okay in principle. Will be.
It's a good idea in theory.
That's right. And now let's match negative. So I'm totally against it. The synonym will be.
I'm completely opposite to it.
And
I have some major doubts about it. I think the negative overweight the positives.
yeah, but I think we should switch those things. So we say it's a good idea in theory, and unworkable will be
And
doubts. Yeah, like that. Okay, now Let's discuss. So we discussed reservations, doubts. Great. Now let's discuss the form with you. What's missing here?
Of
An idea.
of this,
An idea.
Are we talking about specific idea?
this,
So we use
that.
The
Great. Next one.
The negatives.
the negatives are far away.
It's a
The
positive.
positives.
Why do we use that? Because we're talking about specific things, yeah? Next one.
In
In
theory,
In theory.
Mm-hmm.
In theory.
just not in
In,
practice.
In practice.
Great.
in favor of it.
A favor. In favor.
It's okay in principle.
Good.
It's
Unworkable.
Opposite to it.
Do it.
On the whole,
That's right. Now let's analyze pronunciation of some of them. So what we have here, interesting. What sound is here? Fan of the idea, fan of the idea.
I know.
Can you hear foot? Great. Next one. What sound is here? The idea, the idea.
The.
Do you know why?
Because of I.
Yeah, because
the
it
beginning
goes
of the sentence.
before vowel.
What means vowel?
A, E, I, O, U. They are vowels.
Vowels.
Next one. What sound? Reservations, reservations. Great. Can you hear B? Doubts, doubts.
No.
Doubts.
Great. What sound is here? Completely, completely.
Completely.
Oh.
And here, theory, theory.
Theory.
Excellent. Now let's listen and repeat. Ready? I'm a huge fan of the idea. I'm a huge fan of the idea.
I'm a huge
I'm a
fan
huge
of
fan of the idea.
I'm totally in favor of it. I'm totally in favor of it.
I'm totally in
favor of it.
Totally. It's not without problems, but on the whole, I like it. It's not without problems, but on the whole, I like it.
It's not without problems, but on the whole, I like it.
Without the problems, on the whole, I like it. Okay.
I just have some slight reservations. I just have some slight reservations.
I just have some slight reservations.
I just have some slight reservations.
Slight. Is it big or small?
Small.
Great. I don't really know where I stand. I don't really know where I stand.
I don't really know where I stand.
I don't really know where I stand.
I can't pass judgment. I can't pass judgment.
I can't
pass judgment.
I don't know enough about it.
I don't know enough about it.
I don't know enough about it.
I have some major doubts about it. I have some major doubts about it.
I have some major doubts about it.
It's okay in principle. It's okay in principle.
It's okay in principle.
It's okay in principle. I just think it's unworkable. It's okay in principle. I just think it's unworkable.
It's okay in principle, but I just think it's unworkable.
Great. I'm totally against it. I'm totally against it.
I'm totally against it.
I'm completely opposed to it. I'm completely opposed to it.
I'm completely opposed to it.
Completely
Opposed.
opposed to it.
Mhm. Great. Be careful with oppose. Oppose. Oppose.
Opposed to it.
I think the negatives far outweigh the positives. I think the negatives far outweigh the positives.
Think the negatives far
I think the
outweigh the
negatives
positives.
far outweigh the positives.
It's a good idea in theory, just not in practice. It's a good idea in theory, just not in practice.
It's a good idea.
It's a good idea. It's a good theory, but not in practice.
Excellent. Now let's practice them. Task 4. Unjumble the phrases. Let's do the first one together.
Should we go to mirror or do it together here with you?
You go on mirror.
And it's the fourth.
Send smile to chat when you're ready.
Recording in progress.
Are you ready?
Mm-mm.
Go on. All right, so let's stop here. It's okay. And go back to Zoom. What topics about politics do people usually argue about? What do you think?
About money.
All right. So I have some topics for you about politics. Check them and think about your opinion on those topics using our new phrases.
Sorry, I have some problems with connections.
No problem.
What are we doing now?
Task 5. For example, nuclear, it's atom. Ядерный. For example, well, I don't really know where I stand. I can't pass judgment. I don't know enough about it, but I think it's okay in principle, but I just think it's unworkable for aggressive countries, or if we talk about war. So in your answer, try to use at least 2 phrases about giving an opinion and explain very briefly why. Remember, similar opinions with your partner. So, do you discuss any topics or topics from the list?
From the list.
How many phrases at least you need to use in one answer?
2.
You have 10 minutes to discuss. What do you need to remember?
Similarities.
Great. So, Katya,
We are
what?
starting.
Yeah, go on.
So we are starting from nuclear energy. Okay.
Me?
Yes, B.
Okay. I don't really know where I stand thinking of nuclear energy, because in some case it is the most one of the most ecological types of energy, but in the other hand, I'm totally against it if we are talking about weapon.
I'm in favor I just have some slides about nuclear energy. In most cases, it can give us some more values and negatives, negative impact. Yeah, it's very important to use nuclear energy for our ordinary life. Halina?
Yeah, so I can choose the topic and to express my thoughts on it, yes?
Yes, we are discussing these topics and we should use that phrases, and we started from nuclear energy.
So I have to spread my thoughts about nuclear energy, yes?
Yes.
About nuclear energy. I can't pass judgment. I don't know a lot about enough about this. So I think we can use it, but we should be really careful considering to our past with nuclear situation in the country. This is it.
Okay. So let's discuss globalization. As for me, I'm totally in favor of globalization because it is the way to make international connections, and in my opinion, it could be less worse in the world because of the international corporations. Of course, it's not without problems, but on the whole, I like it.
I would use the same phrases, you know. Yes, and I'm a huge fan of the globalization idea because I was studying logistics, and at logistics we discussed a lot about globalization and goods and spreads, informational technology, different grocery items and stuff, and globalization can bring a lot of impact to us, but it's not without a problem, and because we can face a lot of major and minor problems, but in a whole, I like it.
I even don't know what thoughts to express about globalization. I've Googled it, so it's about the common trade system, common education system, common culture system. Yes, so about going to the one point,
Like McDonald's.
Уніфікація, да? Тобто integration and unification. So it's kind of combining, yes, connecting. So
Cooperation.
Global cooperation. I'm totally in favor of it, of global cooperation between some corporations and making some unification on some product trading or spreading some innovation ideas all over the world. So I'm in favor of it.
Okay. Free healthcare. I'm a huge fan of this idea, but if this healthcare is a high quality healthcare, because I live in Poland and there are some problems with healthcare and with free healthcare. So it's not without problem, but on the whole, I am totally like it. I totally like it.
Mm-hmm. Mm. As a person who has a lot of problems with teeth, I am a huge fan of the free healthcare idea, because I can stand. Because if I would pay for every visit from my pocket, I will be poor. So I'm totally in favor if government will produce that idea of free healthcare.
I have something to tell you. Today I was doing an MRI, yes, MRT, MRI, and it wasn't free. It cost a lot of money here in Ukraine. So I'm a huge fan of free healthcare, but it is okay as an idea, but in practice, it's unworkable here in Ukraine. So it's good to have free healthcare. Nadia, I think you have such problems in Canada with free healthcare. Do you have your insurance?
I'm completely opposite to your thoughts because I have some amount of insurance from my work, but it's not covered by country. In some,
so it's cover almost all the problems, but only without teeth. Yes, not teeth.
I have a good insurance from my work, but not good enough from country. Yeah, but I can't. That insurance which I have from work not
don't cover the teeth or cover
but I also have a limit, and that limit don't. And if I remove my wisdom teeth, I would exceed my limit, and I should pay from my pocket either.
And it costs a lot, I guess.
Yeah, it's
to remove it.
Yeah, it's near 80,000 of grivnas to remove 4.
80. So it's in dollars. It's about $200 per one teeth.
200, 500 Canadian dollars per 4.
Per 4?
Oh my God.
Yes.
Or per one?
Per 4.
Per 4. So it's about 750.
But it's still very much.
It's not, Nadia, be careful. Is it 80,000 or 18?
80.
80 in grivnas. It's about $2,000 in dollars and 2.5 in Canadian dollars. 1,000.
18 тисяч, чим 80 тисяч гривень.
80 in grivnas.
I think it's cheaper for you to fly to Ukraine.
No. I compared.
Why? I flew to Canada
tickets.
for 30,000 grivnas, 2 ways tickets. 32,000.
We are not discussing the topic, girls. Tickets for flights are too expensive either.
Okay, let's discuss the next topic.
But I've paid like for $100, a little more, for 2-way tickets from Canada and back to Warsaw. Okay.
So putting up taxes. I'm totally against putting up taxes because I mean in Poland, because taxes here is nearly 40%, And if we don't have nice free health care by paying these taxes, so I have some major doubts about it.
Mm-hmm. Um, um, do not pay taxes. It's a good idea in theory, just not in practice, because if we won't pay the taxes, we will not receive. If we will not pay taxes, we don't receive healthcare and other benefits from government, and
Sorry,
so
but putting up taxes, it's about paying taxes or about increasing its amount?
Increasing.
Increasing the
increasing.
amount.
Increasing. Mm. In that case, I don't know really where I stand. If we will putting up the taxes, in theory, it's a good idea to increase the taxes for persons who which salary more than, for example, $100, but less. It's a good idea to increase taxes for persons who receive a lot of money, and to keep low taxes for persons with small salary. But in practice, Canada showing in practice, it's not working because people with big salary, because people not motivated to have big salary,
More money.
to avoid yes, more money, to avoid paying more taxes.
Yeah, that's true. I've heard about it.
Yes.
About taxes. Recently, Ukrainian government released a statement that they are going to increase the taxes, and it will the amount of taxes will shrink dramatically, like for interpreters. Who am I? I'm an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. Yes, for entrepreneurs, like 20% of the money you earn, you will have to pay to the government. And it's okay in principle, but I just think it's unworkable. So, and I even can tell that I am completely opposite to it, because when the economics of the country which is in war is not going so well, and the government just trying to take money from the persons who are really work, and to add this money to some military purposes, or I don't know to what, but the taxes should rise like gradually, not shrink dramatically.
We would avoid that problem if government wouldn't steal money.
Yeah, that's also the true.
Next topic.
Limiting the working week to a maximum of 35 hours. I don't really know where I stand about this, because it depends on the system of work. If it will be 35 hours instead of 40, but it's the same amount of work, so people would be even more exhausted than having 40 working hours. So I think it's okay in principle. I think it's a good idea in theory. Just we need to check it in practice.
Mhm. 35 hours per week sounds pretty good for me, and I think it's okay in principle because I'm working 37 hours per week, and it's not a big difference for me. And but maybe for some occupations it's not it can be unworkable. For example, if you are freelancer, or if you have unsettled hours of work, and but overall I'm on favor of it.
By the way, I have a question to Nadia. I've seen some advertising in Canada that they are going to add some extra days for women's in period, or they can get a vacation on these days. What
I heard
about the
nothing about that.
situation? No, there is no
It was fake news, I think.
improving. Yeah. No, it
Yeah.
was on the television. They were discussing it. It's such a problem that we women should have some extra vacations on this day.
I wish we
Or
had.
yes, it's true. So limiting the work week, I am totally in favor of it because I think we should work less and be paid more. This is my
Only in
position.
that case.
Nice. I'm in favor of this case.
Yeah, because really in the end of the week you feel like exhausted, like squeezed lemon or something like that. And why not to see the cases of Italy, for example, who's has in this country they has like 3 hours dinner break, and they can work in this time, and they really close all the magazines, all the shops, not magazines, shops, and any установы,
Institutions.
any institutions, and they just get their breaks. And by the way, in some kind of European countries, they have Friday also as a weekday. I don't know, maybe not Europe, maybe Sweden or some kind of near the Netherlands, some countries they already started 4 weeks day, and I think it's a good
In
idea.
Poland, there is one company which started 4 working days per week, and they're doing this nearly 1 year, and they have some successes because they found out that people, if they're working less, they're working harder. So
Harder.
they have more time to relax and to fill up their batteries. So
I think it's yeah. Go ahead.
move. You say.
I think they are motivated work harder because they have taught deadlines, and they just can manage do it on time in 4 days, and that's why they work fast. Maybe.
Yeah, but they also want to finish it before their weekend, and they have 3 days of vacation time. It's much more than
Yeah. Every
2.
meeting, in every meeting, we discussing our weekends, and everyone is telling, "I need one more day."
One more day.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah,
that's right.
everyone is complaining about it.
All right. What nice discussion. Unfortunately, let's stop here. By the way, I used to work in private school, and we had 4-day working week. I was really happy, actually.
That's nice.
Yeah, but it didn't help me. I was exhausted still. All right, so amazing. Let's discuss. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's discuss the phrases you used. So I think your favorite phrases were like, I'm a huge fan of the idea. I'm totally against it. I have some major doubts. It's okay in principle, but I think it's unworkable. I loved it. Sounds very professional. But let's improve some of the things. Take a look at my screen. Have a minute to think. And now let's discuss. What's missing here? I have some slides. Slide what?
Doubt.
Doubts.
Yeah, but we had another word here.
Reservations.
Mhm.
Reservations.
Mhm. Good. Next one.
On the whole.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Where I stand.
Where I stand. I'm in favor.
In
Mhm. Now let's discuss pronunciation. What sound is here?
Of it.
Of it.
F.
Mhm. Let's practice. Favor of it. Favor of it.
Favor of it. Favor of it.
Favor of it.
Favor
With.
So we say, let's try again. Wit, wit,
it. Favor of it. With.
rivet, rivet,
Rivet.
favor of it, favor of it.
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 Mhm, Katya, favor of it.
Favor of it.
Favor it.
Oh, that's better. Well done. Коли ви, when you feel that it's a bit challenging for you, what we do? We mix sounds. So we say wit, wit. Then we say rivet, rivet. You see? So I add the first letter. Wit, favor of it. That's how we can practice. Okay. Oh, can you hear T? I can't pass. I can't pass. Okay, American. I can't pass. I can't pass.
No.
Can pass.
Pass.
Як ми відрізняємо це позитив чи негатив? Яке слово я наголошую? Can чи pass? I can pass. I can pass.
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 Great. Next one. What sound? Completely. Completely.
Completely.
Mhm.
Completely.
Careful. Lemon.
Lemon.
Weapons. Weapons.
Weapons.
Mhm. And some of the important things. I like how you remembered shrank, but it's the second form. What is the infinitive?
Shrink.
Mhm.
Shrink.
Yeah.
Oh.
Next one.
On. No.
Mhm. It's not persons, it's
People.
yeah. And be careful. Do we use will after if?
No.
So we say if we don't, we
Will.
Would.
won't receive. Let's summarize our class. Which phrases did you like the most? Agree. What is your top phrase?
I'm totally in favor of it.
Mhm.
I'm a huge fan of it.
50-50.
It's good in
I don't
practice.
really know where I stand.
I think the negatives far overweight the positives.
Katya?
Completely opposed to it.
I have some major doubts about it.
Well done. So how do you feel about those phrases? Will you use them?
We will.
Great. Your
Yes.
homework